Your time on Healthy Morning on HSTV. This is In Focus. Today we are looking at the plastic waste menace in our country. It is believed that Ghana generates about 840,000 tons of plastic waste yearly, and it's important to have conversations around it and see what solutions we have as a country to look at. And we are privileged to be joined by a concerned Ghanaian that will help us find some solutions to these issues. Madam Mary TAMAKLOE BOTWE is our guest on In Focus today. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. It's nice to always sit with you and discuss the development of our country, looking at the problems and also professing some solution to them.
Yes, I think so too. And I'm even surprised that up to now, this topic has not been, discussed or even find solution for it.
Yeah.
Because the other countries have started long ago, and we are still on it. It's surprising.
How do you feel when you see plastic waste all across our country, in our gutters, and on our streets? How do you feel about
I feel so bad about it, because ours is just too much. When you go to even the consumer shops, you know, they give you a plastic for one thing, plastic for another thing. And what I'm surprised about is that the government has not said anything at all to curb this plastic usage. The government has not done anything. And I will put the whole fault on them, because they should tell us what to do, and if it's not done, to punish us. But they've not done it.
What do you think is the way to go? Because I know that various district assemblies have bylaws that ban the use of this plastic waste, but it's not something that is across the country. So as a country, how do we have to look at this plastic waste menace?
Yeah, but we have these bylaws all over the place, but they don't force us to use them. You see, that's why I'm saying that it's their fault. They are the people ruling the country. So it is up to them to tell the masses, do this, don't do this, and when you do what you are not supposed to do, they should be able to even punish us, because it is spoiling us, our health. It is spoiling so many things in this country, but they have not done it.
Yeah. The plastic waste, what are some of the ways that you think that it affects our environment and our health?
Look, first of all, look at our gutters.
Yeah.
Our gutters are choked.
True.
And you know what? I don't even understand them. They will sit a whole year before they will gather themselves and go after the masses. Even find some of them beating them that their gutters are choked. That is not the way forward. The way forward is they have to explain to whose gutter they found choked, to explain to them why, when it's choked, what it's going to do. I mean, explain it to them patiently, and not even take a cane and be whipping them. Because the last time I saw this Agogloshi thing, I think the mayor of the country, the lady, you know, she ordered some guys to beat the others. I mean, why do you do that? I mean, it's bad. If someone had beaten me with a cane, I would have sued the person, whether the person is a minister or not. It's not, because the person hasn't explained to me how I should behave. So if on that day he comes, he should just have let us know, I mean, in a patient way, that, okay, when the gutter is choked, first of all, you have the mosquitoes coming. Second, plastic waste has so much effect on everything, actually, on our health, on our environment. I will say everything, you know, because they choke our gutters and we can't do anything. They choke our gutters for weeks, for years. Nothing is being done. So, you know, things get worse. So that's what one has to tackle. And that is where I blame the government for not doing anything. Because that's talking, and they not starting anything from above for us, the masses, to continue, will not change anything. And it's still like that now.
So how do you relate the flood situation we have as a country to issues of plastic waste?
Yeah, but it's because the plastic has choked all our gutters. Yeah. And I also think this, is it called Udon River or whatever it is? That Udon River, for example, you know, this is a place where we have that big gutter. And that big
This
gutter,
is around Circle.
Yes, around Circle. That big gutter has not been dressed by the government.
Okay.
So far as I know, there are good plastic factories in the developed world. Even I think in the developing world, they have good plastic factories there. And now in the modern world, these plastic factories produce items that can cover so many places to make it nice. So I was expecting that Odo River, you know, it's made out of debris and, you know, the earth. And this flood has been happening since years. They've not done anything about it. I was expecting that the government would, order or have an agreement with one of these developed countries who manufacture plastic items to dress that Odon place without the earth and the debris, meaning it should be something like a pipe, a big pipe, whereby it's smooth, so that things can move freely.
So it shouldn't just be a gutter, it should be a big pipe that things can just flow through easily.
Things can flow.
More like an underground tunnel.
Exactly, so that it gets somewhere and they pick it up from there.
Great.
But nothing has been done like that, and it has been like that ages. And it's still like that, and they are blaming the masses. I blame them because they have not done their first job. Then what should the masses do? They don't have any other alternative. Yeah, and they are also not checking them not to do it. They don't check them. Look, this thing has been going on so many years, and it has been like that. They've not done anything about it. Every year when it rains, the same paragraph. Yeah, that's why I blame them a lot. I blame them. They should discuss this matter in Parliament, because they are sitting, they are getting their money for doing nothing. And I'm serious about it because I get mad every time. They are getting their money for so many things that they have not done. They sit there and look into their media, they are not doing anything.
Is it not also the responsibility of citizens to clean these gutters that are
yes, definitely.
choked?
It is the responsibility of the citizens to clean their gutters. First of all, look, when I remember very well when I was young, and there were these town council people or whatever.
Yeah.
They were coming once every week to see that our gutters are clean.
Yeah.
Ask me, all these two parties, the NDC and the NPP government, whenever they were in power, ask me whether they do that. They stopped doing that a long time ago. You know, so the difference is there. It is like night and day, that they are doing nothing. They are actually extorting the money of this country, but they are doing nothing for the masses. They should teach them how to keep their surroundings clean. And honestly speaking, it doesn't take it doesn't cost anything. They just have to arrange for their subordinates once a week. It should not be the same person, because if the same person is doing the same job, you will be tired, especially this kind of job where people will be insulting them or anything. But you know what? They can arrange. First of all, they should have their calendar and write which township they should go, and arrange, go and explain to the people. First of all, they should go and demarcate. If you have a shop, they should demarcate and say that, okay, your place is this, especially the gutter, from here to here. You see, and tell them that you have to keep your gutters clean. And you know, they just have to tell them, look, when you don't keep your gutters clean, first of all, mosquitoes will come, and it's not good for your health. Secondly, the water will not flow. And thirdly, it can cause, if you have any electrical appliance somewhere, it can also cause a fire. You know, they have to explain them also in a very patient way, so that the people will understand. But they should not shout at them, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And they will come, you know, in their nice dresses to be sweeping them. It's not right.
I think government over some period of time now introduced Operation Clean Your Frontage. Operation Clean Your Frontage is more like a day set aside for citizens to clean their the frontage of their homes and their shops. And what do you say about that?
That is very true, but I also find it unnecessary. When I have my fund, it is always my fund. So just let me know how to do it, and I will be doing it every day. The only thing that the government has to do is to perhaps go there once a week to check that their orders, whether their orders are being carried out. You know, I don't find anything good about that operation, clean your front teeth, when they will gather people and they will start.
You think it's just for the camera? You think it's just for the camera?
Just for the camera, and the mayor or the minister will also follow and be saying this. No, they are not doing their work. I insist, they are not doing their work properly. They are not doing their work properly. This is something which has to be, you know, related to the masses in a very patient way and explain to them why. It's just like when you are in your house too and you have in your wardrobe, you have food, you have your clothes, you have your shoes, everything packed in it, but you are taking malaria tablets. You still have your malaria there. If you don't explain to the person that you have to arrange things in your wardrobe well, or you don't have to keep food and clothes in your wardrobe and things like that, you know, still the malaria will come. You'll be taking your medicine, still the malaria will come. It is, you have to explain to them how it should be done properly, you see.
So you think that this plastic waste issue has not been handled properly by government?
Not at all.
And you think that we've not done the best investments in this area?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not an MP, I'm not a politician. But honestly speaking, I can tell how you can do it to keep these things. I will not also say everything here. If they want to know anything, they should call me. I will tell them. No, it's true.
So we have solutions to these issues.
There are solutions to this issue. And even let me tell you a fact. All these debris and these plastics all over the place, they cannot, remove everything. But there is a way of, even the whole country, of cleaning all those things at a time. That one I will not say, because, you know, I will not say.
Let's go back to retail centers where these plastic bags are given. You think that we need some authority, maybe the local government assemblies in those areas to curb that?
Yes, definitely. Even I myself, the other day I went to Adabraka market to buy fish. And definitely they give you the plastic. And I was just, you know, chatting with them. And I asked them if next time they are told not to give out those black plastic bags to put the fish in it, will they be able to stop? And then one woman asked me, yes, but we need something to put them in. And I said, okay, yes, that is true. And I said, what about if the person brings a container from home and after you've sold the thing to her, she puts it in the container? And she said that is not a problem. And I also said, what about the paper industry giving you paper bags? And they said, no, that is fine. You know, they can use it. Then they can also stop it if the state explains to us that this is what is happening. Because a lot of them don't read all this. But then if they explain to them in a very tangible way, they will stop.
Are you looking at the government going to parliament to ban completely everything plastic in the country?
And now with this my interview, I even expect them that at the end of March, let's say 1st April, no one should be using it again, especially the consumer shops. Look, when you go to the consumer shop, I don't want to mention it now, you buy something like soap, which is already in a paper. They will put it in one paper for you. You buy sugar, they will put it in another paper for you. You buy this. So that's why I for one, I take all this, and when I buy something, I just put everything in here. And they will say, oh, this is meat. I say, oh, but the meat is already packed. So, this is what we should do. They should not be giving, they should ban all those shops from distributing plastic bags. And they should give them a date. From the 1st of April, no one should give out plastic bags again. If you do it, they should punish you. They should charge you. They should fine you a very big amount. Then you will not do it next time. But don't you have a paper industry here? Well, you know what? I have a paper bag for my my seamstress.
Okay.
You know, her name is on it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's what she gives me whenever She sews for me.
Wow.
She has it every time.
Wow.
And this is a very, strong paper bag. It will not spoil. You see, and the government, they have the machinery to do these things. You see, but they are not doing it. I think it's Uganda. Look, they have been, these plastic bottles, they'll be filling them with mud and cement mixed to build houses, and they've built nice houses. And it is not something which is for the middle class or the high class. They have built them for those people who stay in mud houses, and whenever it rains, their houses, fall. You see, and I think Ghana could also copy these things. We have a lot of these plastic bottles all over the place. We could also start filling those plastic bottles to build huts or something for those people who cannot afford. But then they will not sit in their house, and when it rains heavily, the houses are broken down. You see, we should learn to help each other, but we don't do it. In this country, I've seen that we don't help each other. Our politicians are only interested in enriching themselves, honestly speaking. And it kills me.
Exact organization or company or ministry do you think we should appeal to take up this issue and make sure it becomes law?
Well, I think the first ministry is the sanitation ministry, because this ministry was created not long ago. And I'm telling you, as Mary TAMAKLOE BOTWE, I come to Ghana every year, and I must say, and it is a fact, since that minister, is it a woman or a
Cecilia Dapa?
Okay. Since she took up that post, that is when at least Accra, where I come and live, became even more filthier than before.
The president said he will make Ghana.
Because yes, he has been saying that Ghana, the cleanest, city in Africa.
Yeah.
He just talks. He just talks. Has he gone around? He should. Now that you've picked up this topic, please, I beg him to call his vice, to call the sanitation minister, and to call the minister of health, for them to drive. They might not drive together, but it's good when they drive in the same car, so that they can be seeing the things together. To drive on the motorway and see the kind of garbage that have been dumped all over the place. Honestly, I did it not long ago. It's all over. And this is the first time when that ministry has been created. So what does the minister do? I expect all the ministers in their field that at the beginning of their governing, they should have their calendar, and I'm sure they are Ghanaians and know the problems in the different communities, so that they put in their calendar, today I'm going this place, today I'm going this place, today I'm going this. And at the end of the year, they have to repeat all those things to know what exactly is happening in their communities. But they don't. They don't. Look at this, in school the other day, who were sleeping on the floor. The minister didn't know about it. Then when you are a minister, you don't know about such a thing. You should not even keep your post.
We are paying Bola tax. And it is believed that this Bola tax is supposed to help us clean. Are you saying you are not seeing the impact of this Bola tax that we are paying?
I have not seen it. Even this place.
But the plastic bags, yes, we can use a paper bag, but what about the bottles? The plastic bottles.
Yeah, the plastic bottles. The plastic bottles, look, now a lot of people use it to even cultivate their plants.
Okay.
Because there are now plants that you can even line on a strip of sisal or something. They use it now in different ways. And as I said, some people fill them and build with it. I mean, it's solid walls, you see. So those that have been used, which cannot be, and some of them have even melted them, exactly. For example, I don't know which country it is, they've melted those plastics and used it as roofing sheets.
So here we are talking about recycling of
the recycling of
this plastic waste.
Exactly.
But I think as a country we are not doing enough in recycling. What is the core thereof?
Yes, that is what I'm saying, that perhaps we don't know the technology of it.
Yeah.
But it is also up to our ministers when they go abroad, not knowing when they go abroad. They should also, I mean, enlighten themselves which country do it. And they could send their ministers to go and have a look how it is done. And then I'll also say our president, who is saying one factory, one district.
One district, one factory.
Yeah, one factory, one district.
Yeah.
He could also, I mean, engage in that.
Yeah.
You see, to even also give jobs to those people living in the village.
Wow. Let's talk about the issue of banning plastic. And here I want us to start. Do you think that we should do it on a pilot basis, we deal with one district to be sure that we can do this, or you want it done holistically at once?
No, I want it done holistically at once. Holistically at once. That's why I'm saying that. For example, we are in the middle of March.
Yeah.
And I said 1st April. So we give those people a chance, the 2 weeks chance, to get rid of their plastic and also to arrange for paper containers.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even this, what actually is worse is this water sachet.
Yeah.
There is a paper industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So the clear water sachet, they could use I don't have one. They could use just the simple one and not have any corners, and then close it, and then so when you buy it, you just also tear it and drink your water. You know, there are so many ways of killing a cat, and we should be innovative.
Are you saying the water should be in a paper bag? I
Yes,
don't get that.
it's just like when you buy soya this thing. It's also in a paper box.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's in a paper box, but it keeps. You can also keep it for this in your fridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about those that will burn plastic waste, to say that I don't want to keep it, I don't want it to,
burn it.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean the burning is also not good. I think all these chemicals also go into the air. That one I don't have any much idea about it. But honestly speaking, we don't have to burn. If people will burn, factories will burn, like they will burn and they mix them, but not someone behind his house, to burn it. That one is not good. Even I don't like people who burn their plants when they do that. It goes into people's houses and No, I mean the whole issue is from the government. Yeah, the government should not tell us, the masses, that is attitudinal.
Okay.
It is also attitudinal and the irresponsibility of them that they are not telling us what to do.
Okay, so let's take it step by step now and look at the first step you will maybe propose to the Ministry of Sanitation to implement the ban on plastic waste.
Just like our president will come on the TV and say, and give some kind of command. I cannot think of anything now, but recently he said something. So he can also come, first of all, on the air and say that because this plastic is giving us such a trouble, we are giving him 2 weeks to, especially the consumer shops, 2 weeks to discard of it and bring paper bags. paper bags of any kind, because paper bags could be done such that if they are big and big and not tear quickly, you can buy them and use them weeks before they tear. And paper bags, when they tear, even when they fall on the ground, they dissolve. Yeah, because paper is also from wood. Yeah, and then this is what should be told the consumer shops.
Proud to this question, you said it is important for the government to educate the masses on the impact of plastic waste. So I'm saying that, do we need public education first? Or you think that the masses are living the impact already?
Yes, the masses know it already, but okay, they can say because the plastic bags are doing this kind of bad things for the country, but the masses know about this. So they should not use them.
Okay, so after maybe the education, don't you think we will need stakeholder consultations on these issues? You need to bring industry players to discuss the way to move from the plastic to maybe paper.
Yes, but you see, they will talk. You just think, Ghanaians will talk. Nothing comes out of it. If you talk and there is no practicality behind it, nothing.
Round up the conversation and discuss what the role is for us as citizens. Yes, our politicians are not being proactive in dealing with the issue, but what can we do as citizens also in this regard?
Well, as citizens, I mean, you do that in your house. You know, you don't buy things a lot that are in plastic. For example, once in a while, I buy bread, and it is brought in this clean, transparent plastic. And I ask myself, why do they put this in plastic? They could as well, put it in a paper. Because, okay, carry it from where you buy it to your house, put it in a paper and then just, they don't need that plastic,
okay,
to put them, in that plastic for us. So that one, when plastic is banned, the person who sells the bread is just say, I will just tell her that, when we can, we'll bring our container and you put the bread in it for us.
So the first thing is that as citizens, we should start looking at how we can get our goods and services without plastic.
Without plastic.
And what else should we do as citizens?
Like even when you are going to the market and you are going to buy oil or something.
Yeah.
If you have your own bottle, because they pour that in, they could just pour it in your bottle for you and you come home with it. There are many things that we could do on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to really take their plastic because it's waste of you don't pay for it.
Yeah.
But we are wasting our whole living.
As Ghanaians, I think we are not angry enough about the problems that we have on our hands, and we should fight until we see changes in issues that relate to our development and our forward march. So I want to say a very big thank you to you, Madam Mary TAMAKLOE BOTWE, for your time. I think you've spoken at length, and the things that you've suggested to our stakeholders and our government, if they should be taken seriously, we will see some change in our environment, even in our own lives. So I want to say a very big thank you to you.
And thank you to you too. Thanks very much. I'm glad you've given me the opportunity today. Honestly, if my interviews will bring a bit of a positive change to this country, I will be very glad. I will be very, very glad. Because there are a whole lot of young people over there who want to come here. But our system is such that they would not like to leave their good jobs and come here and have problems.
My name is Derek Kwame Botwe, and this is In Focus on Healthy Morning. Stay tuned because Stephanie will continue with Stay Alive. Thank you for your time.